The Bernikow JCC continues their Art at the J series with an exhibit entitled West Meets East, featuring Chinese paintings and calligraphy, some of which was done by an artist who has a CTV connection.
There are several artists included in this exhibit. We have their bios on the wall. They are very talented and we are very honored to have them here today. The exhibit will be on display during January and February. At this point, I'd like to thank our Art at the J committee members who are present here, especially Elaine Bloomfield and Dr. Dennis Bloomfield for installing the exhibit, but also Marie Berman, who's very supportive of the exhibit, and Jerry Grashkin. Thank you so much for your support and their high standards. I'd like to thank the JCC, especially the board of directors, and also Orit Lender, our CEO, who made all of this possible. At this point, I'd like to also thank the artists who are performing today, Steve Hershkowitz and Tom Law. Thank you so much for jumping on and improvising for us. That's very sweet of you, and volunteering. I'd like to invite any artist who'd like to say a few words. I just spoke to Daja Wang, who said beautiful things. Oh, you're here. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong person. I'm looking at you. No, I spoke to him. I'd like to invite you to say a few words. I just learned that he works at Shanghai at the university that collaborates with NYU, and his extensive experience with art. This is one of his pieces. He's very talented. Would you like to say a few words, please?
Of course.
Thank you so much for this center to invite. I'm sorry, I even couldn't pronounce the name of the center, JCC, to invite me and to participate this beautiful, wonderful exhibition here, and along with all so many talented artists together. I think this is a great opportunity for Chinese American artists to share their idea together, because you have a beautiful name, West Meet East, and this is show the culture, how we share together, and also show the culture is so important to our today's life, because without understanding each other, there is no economic, no other things can learning, combining, cooperate together well. The culture we understand, which not only show the history, and also show how we live, how we think. The art, which is also reflect all those. And today, I'm very happy to see not only American artists, we also see some Chinese artists can show their talent, their idea, how they understand the world we're living today. I think this organization can put those together, which is really help both culture developing, combining, and getting together. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Wang. Would anybody else like to say a few words? I know.
Yeah, I will say something.
I would love
You
you
will go on.
to. Please.
Yeah.
I'd love you to say a few words.
What's
Please
your name?
introduce. My name is Ella.
Ella, my name is Sean.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I'm very voluntary and make some speech, and I'm very appreciated to be here, especially your wonderful building. I've never been here. Seldom I come to the Staten Island. That's way far away from my living dwellers. I'm living in the Bronx. And not easy, right? So that's why long time soon driving here. But I'm very appreciate the people when I hear. Especially, I will show my very appreciation to the people in the Chinese society and to the United States, especially Jews. Why? Because Shanghai play a very important role for the Jewish society. Do you know that's very famous book, Surviving in Shanghai? Did you read and did you watch in the film? That very famous in our Chinese society, because we have Jew museums in Shanghai. Hopefully I would like to invite you to be here, but sometimes we also show some of your books and also show the people in the Brooklyn area in the synagogue. So I met a lot of people, and in this Jewish society, I very hope that every people and will enjoy we are common sense with Chinese and value to the Jewish society.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I hope we thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate. Would anybody else like to say?
Not sure.
I
am.
You're a businessman.
No, it's wrong.
It's wrong. That's what I was told. Are you a professor? I was told you're a business. What do you teach?
I'm teaching international business law.
Wonderful.
Especially I also teach in Shanghai University.
You also teach there.
I'm retired. I'm still working for the same part of work for the Harvard University and Research Center.
Pleasure to have
Yeah,
you.
that's why I'm very dear to see.
We welcome you to Staten Island. Thank you for coming out. If any other artists would like to say short introduction about their artwork, would you like to say Jingbao?
Thank you, Ella. Hello, everybody. I'm one of the sponsors of this show today. Especially, I want to say I'm so glad to see all you are here. You are braving the rain. That's not really easy from long distance. And, wow, finally we're here. We made it, right? You are all our heroes. Thank you so much. And of course, I want to thank you, JCC Director Ella. Without her, we can never make this group show happen. She talked to the board members so many times, promote for us, and finally we set up the whole show. And of course, I want to say thank you to my partner, Mr. Michael. Yeah. Because you see so many, and especially Professor Wang, he just did a little speech, and he invited so many famous and get so many excellent artwork and calligraphy. So that's how we can make the West meets East, the idea come true, right? And so happy. And thank you for Mike Garland, one of our artists. Wow, long journey from upstate of New York. Thank you so much. Yeah. And David and Bill Murphy. Oh, where's Bill Murphy? Yeah, so many artists. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy the party.
Thank you, Joe. Please enjoy the reception. We welcome you to enjoy the refreshments.
It is so great to run into old friends from time to time. One of them, our dear friend Jing Bao, who at one time was connected to CTV many years ago. It is so wonderful to see you again. How are you, Jing?
I'm okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking time out to speak with us. Can you tell us how you first discovered artistry?
How to start my career like an artist? Because in China, my family has couple famous artists. Even you can count from 100 years ago. Yeah, they're famous. And when your president visit China, my family, grandpa will be the one to introduce Chinese culture, everything. He will be the one. So it's famous, and they actually build up the couple like art college in China. So that's one thing. It's like a gene in my family. So when I was little, actually, I start to draw. Just no one asked me, but I just like to draw. Then when I grew up, my mother said, "How about this can be your major?" So I said, "Why not? Right? You have fun, and that's your major, and you make money, live by it." So that's how I started. Get the offer from the college, the top 10. Get a very, very good school education. Then I turned into like a professor. Yeah, I taught like 16 years in China in the university. Then one time I visit America, New York. It's just like open my mind, I feel like, wow, totally different. So really impressive. So I made a lot of friends. FIT, at Fashion Institute of Technology professors. So I work project with them. Then one day I feel like, okay, maybe I can start a new journey there. So I moved to here. Yeah, of course, I met Chris, That's how we start to work our studio together. We did a lot of workshop. Like we did some project with you too. Remember the Hellcat, the movie, and you were the one background voice and music for us, right? You're the one of the producer too. So we had a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah.
Do you remember the very first picture that you drew?
Oh, the very first. Wow, my God, that would be like when I was maybe 8 or 7. I don't really remember actually. Yeah, I don't remember. I have so many. I don't really. We don't even have a camera then. Hard to remember. It's like Stone Age. We are not like young kids, so. But I still remember some cartoons. Like a Japanese cartoon, many characters. And like fairy tale, Chinese characters, that kind of thing when I was little. Then I start to do some really serious. Because in China, we study art, follow like a Russian style. We draw the sculptures, black and white, and we do the painting realistic, really serious way, not really just create whatever you want. So it's very focus on all the skills, technique, that kind of thing. Yeah. Then when I actually saw the students working the like a Photoshop lesson, they can just turn like a very simple thing into amazing creative, just out of my mind. Yeah. So that's actually I start to think maybe I want to do something. The camera hard to catch. That's how start. Some of my art is a little bit, not really normal anymore. So that's how I just still discovering which way will be the one I do like and people will like. Really, it's a marketing thing too. Yeah.
So you told me beforehand that you have 5 pieces of work here, but the one work that really caught my eye was the one of the car that's in front of the tower. What made you decide to place a car in front of that tower?
Okay, actually that's very interesting question because they do have a story. You know, the first thing I start to feel like interest to hot rod. You see, the car is not just normal car, right? It's a hot rod, and the hot rod is a big part of the American culture. And we do know on Staten, during the summer, every weekend we have the hot rod show. People, it's not just like sell tickets; they just came over, whatever which area, right? They just gather together, show each other their baby. So I went there many times with Chris, you know, and we saw the hot rod, explain how to do the engine, how to paint them, how to redesign, everything like that. So I into there for a while. I did a couple pictures actually about hot rod. Then, you know, because we talk about West meets East. And the vote is kind of crazy. I really do like the peaceful. So the background actually is a Chinese old village, and the old guy is a Chinese guy in the background. So the gift is like a hot rod is like a gift to give to the old guy in China, and he accepted. So our culture actually mixed match, and I call this actually gave a title like One Vision. That's my hope, you know. Hope we can come back, good relationship. Everybody work together, help each other, everybody happy. Simple happy, yeah, simple happy.
You mentioned Chris a couple of times. He was such a brilliant individual. More importantly, he was a really great guy. And some of the work that I saw of his really told a lot of stories. Did you have a favorite work of his that you still think about today?
His favorite, he was an illustrator. That's how he survived. He did so many illustrations for all kinds of magazines, you know, New York Times, that kind of famous industry, you know, pictures. Then he turned into a professor because he has such a contact with people, you know, and FIT invited him become a professor. Then he started to teach illustration there. Then when he getting a little bit older, he considered he's like having a good life and have spare time to enjoy the life. So he come back like when he was little, when he like all kinds of robots, that kind of thing. So he start to make sculptures. But if you can see today, we submit his art is etching. But even like when I work with JCC people, we installed the art. People can recognize his art, connect to all the sculptures. He like flies, he like flying boat, that kind of thing, you know. And the most important thing I think to me, to make me feel like he's so special, is his imagination. Oh my God, every single piece. Actually, lately or after that, I always look at his webpage, whatever. Every time I just feel like, still feel like, wow, how he can create so much. This, in my whole life, I cannot make any one of them. Imagination, yeah. It's like when people, now we talk about steampunk, he actually worked like a steampunker 20 years ago, even before the word came out. Yeah, he's really special, very special. I think no one can instead of him, yeah.
So there are 4 other works of yours that are on the wall. Of the 5, which would you consider to be your most favorite?
To mine, they are different story, and like this one, the portrait, she's the very famous Chinese actress. She was trying to be here, but because pandemic, the flight actually canceled. She cannot make it. To us, with my partner, Mr. Tong, we want to give her a surprise. That's why I did this portrait, you know. Can you imagine she's here? If she's here, the whole house will packed. Wow. Will be packed, whatever where she go. everyone just crowd like you cannot stand, no space, empty.
And what's the actress's name?
Liu Xiaoqing. Yeah, she's famous, and this is her calligraphy. Yeah, so it's kind of a very special event for her, but she cannot make it. But we still have those. She might be here during May, so maybe we should do another some kind of event for her. But that's the special thing, special piece for the show here. Yeah, of course, every single piece we put heart to create. Like Bill Murphy, everybody know him on Staten, right? Yeah, gorgeous pieces. And all the other artists here, Mike Garland, yeah, and like Joan. Wow, they are all famous. And Joe just had the interview from major website, that kind of, and we do have a CBS, ABC former producer here.
Oh,
he played piano for us. Yeah. So today, actually, we have many big men, yeah, famous people here. Very happy. And Jimmy is our press. I'm so happy to meet you again.
Yep.
We have, oh my God, billion students try to get into the art school.
Really?
Yeah, like mine, like the one I told you is top 10, actually is top 3. And every year they only get 12 all over the country. And every state they only have one. One of my teacher, he helped me to teach me how to do the art in the right way, because you cannot just whatever, right? You have to follow like portfolio and how to submit your art.
Right.
And he is the one, the top one, art school, graduated, and he teach architecture now, a famous architecture. And when he was in the college, his art connected by England Museum. Yeah, and I am the only private student of his. Such an honor, After he sent me to the college, he's just so busy and don't allow anybody follow him anymore. I'm the only one. Yeah, I'm lucky one. Yeah.
Do you have any advice for young artists? And if so, what would you tell them?
Like Chris always say, cheaper way, every day cheaper way a little bit, and you can make it, You never have shortcut for art. Even you see like very simple art, but you don't know how much behind the work. I just went to Spain, okay? I visit Picasso Museum. And you may say, oh, Picasso art, everybody can do. But once you see the process, how he became Picasso, that's really impressive. You can see the whole process at the beginning when he was little, he drew the pigeon every day. So many pieces every day he did. Then he built up. Then when he feel bored, when everybody can do the same style, he invented another style. Just like I said, like Chris said, every day chip away a little and make it happen. Work on it, make it happen. That's the thing for this.
Do you have a hope or a goal that you have set for yourself? And if so, what would it be?
My goal, actually, after I became single again, I begin to join some art association, and every year we will have couple exhibition, and in China, in America. So because of that, I feel like I have to have more and more high quality art. Actually, push me have to work really harder. Because you have so many shows, you cannot always repeat, right? That's the thing. I work even harder than before. And my goal now as a host, like a sponsor, that's why when I met my partner, Mr. Tong, he's a very famous connector. He has a very good eye. He connect art. He connect actually jewelry, all kinds of high quality, expensive stuff. And he knows so many famous artists. He has a very powerful, connections. So I follow him, work with him. Once we work together very well. Actually, this is the third exhibition we work together, and the art is getting the quality getting higher and higher. So we all have one goal together. Feel like we can do this kind of as a sponsor together to do some serious thing. Yeah.
It's great to see you again.
Great to see you. It's an honor. Thank you for having me here. Yeah.
And thank you so much for your time. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for your time too. Thank you.
I'm Jamie Hickson, here to remind you, do all you can to support your local artists, for they have a major story to tell. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.